Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Paramagurubhyo Namaha. Shri Pranishtigurubhyo Namaha. Shanta Vimala Prakasha Atma Guha Chidyogasya Shri Parananda Visadguru Namamyaham Punah Punah. Namamyaham Punah Punah. Yesterday, we have tried to understand Guru as explained by SWAMI SIVANANDA of Divine Life Society. In continuation of that yesterday's talk, Shivananda Swamiji talks about the need for a Guru. For a seeker, for a beginner in spiritual path, a Guru is necessary. It is simply can be compared to light a lamp. We need another burning lamp or light. Without that, we can't. Similarly, a Guru, an illumined soul, Prakashavada Bandhu Atma, it alone can enlighten the other soul. We find them many they do meditation for some years independently. It's a beginning, nothing wrong in it. After practicing meditation or whatever the kind of sadhana, later on they feel the necessity for a Guru to guide them. In that way, they come across many obstacles. There are so many stumbling blocks in their meditation and sadhana. Then they understand and begin to know that there's a need for a master. And then they start for searching for a master. And Swami Shivananda is a wonderful orator, as well as the most difficult things he is able to put in a very simple language where very common people can understand. He compares that such a manner. The one who has already had been to Badrinath will be able to tell us the road leading to it. What a wonderful example or analogy he has given. The person who has not gone to Badrinath, he cannot tell us the road. Anyway, don't say that I have a Google map today. Not that. One who has walked that road, he will be able to tell us everything about that road. Even what Google cannot tell. So also in the spiritual path, it is more difficult to find our way. It's more difficult in the spiritual path because our mind is such, it always misleads us many times. The misleading is the work of the main mind, let me tell you. It's always. Just before this talk, I was on online speaking about Shiva Sankalpa Sutta, where the mind is spoken very elaborately. Why this mind becomes mislead us? I was telling that. Mind should listen to intellect, buddhi. It will properly guide it. No, it will not do it. It will listen to chitta. Chitta is the treasurer of all samskaras, impressions. That's why it is misled as per the samskaras or karmas that are embedded, stamped in chitta. Anyway, that's a different subject. May not be relevant here. So, when the mind leads to mislead to so many times, the master, the guru will be able to remove that pitfalls, that obstacles, and lead us along the right path. There, the need of a guru comes. That master, enlightened master, the guru, tells us, look, this road leads us to moksha. And this one to bondage. So, very humorously, Swami Shivananda puts it. Without the guidance of Guru, we might want to go to Badrinath, but find ourselves in Delhi. That's what he tells. We have scriptures, many scriptures, and yes, he says they are like a forest. There are ambiguous passages. And these are the passages, according to Swami Shivananda, they are apparently contradictory to and others that have aesthetic meaning, diverse significance and hidden explanations. Our scriptures are like a forest because they have apparently contradictory to one another and also have a aesthetic meanings, diverse significance and hidden explanations. We are in need of a guru, a master, a preceptor, who will explain to us the right meaning. Otherwise, the scriptures, two things we will be doing. Scriptures we by heart wonderfully and learn to chant them with wonderful swaras, one stage, or little one step ahead means try to understand its literal meaning. We stop there. But it's not so. Our scriptures, maybe it's Vedas or Upanishads, or even Tantra Shastras, it is not a literal meaning there. There is a lot of things. And Guru, the enlightened master, the preceptor, will be able to explain us the right meaning. And who will be able to remove our doubts and ambiguities. A guru is absolutely necessary for all aspirants, everyone in a spiritual path. It is only the guru who will be able to identify our defects. Why? Can't we find our defects? Is it not our intelligence? We are not intellect? No. Because the ego, the nature of ego all of us have is one of the antakarana, manasu, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, I-ness. I. The nature of that ego is such, we will never be able to find out our own defects. Yes. If you are able to find our mistake by ourselves, defects ourselves, then we are in the right path. Normally it's not so. Because the nature of ego is such that we will not be able to find our own defects. So Guru will be able to find out that. So a sadhaka, an aspirant, who is under the guidance of a master, is safe, very much safe, because he will not be led to an astray. The association with such a guru, satsanga with such a guru, is a kavacha, armor, and a fortress, a kote, fort, to guard us against all temptations and unfavorable forces of the material world. When I say the forces of material world, that doesn't mean we should run away from the material world. That's the path. Be in material world, have all the comforts, the luxuries of material world, but not getting attached to it. That's what the Guru teaches us, the path. Very association of the Guru is the kavacha and kote. What more? Which guards us by the unfavorable forces. The unfavorable force of material world is nothing but attachment to that. Not that enjoying that. It's attachment to that. That's the unfavorable force. There are, maybe we find some people attained perfection without the study under any guru. Cannot be taken as an example and say that there is no necessity of guru. Such great men, then what? They are what? SWAMI SIVANANDA tells, they are the anomalies of spiritual life and not the common normality. They are anomalies. Because such great people, they come to existence as spiritual master as a result of intense service, study and meditation, practiced, and that was embedded. They carried that impression when they're born. That impressions they carried, which we can call it as from previous birth or whatever. Even by birth they had that samskara. By birth they had the impressions. They had footprints of those things. So that footprints have the collection of the information, knowledge, as if they studied under the Guru. The present birth is for them a continuity of the spiritual effect through that impressions. So that cannot be an example or a general rule to say that the importance of the Guru is not lessened thereby now. At the same time, there are some teachers, because Swami Shivananda calls them teachers. He didn't call them gurus. They say that think for yourself, do not surrender yourself to any guru. Do not approach any pseudo gurus. Do not hear lecturers. This is some teachers misled the aspirants. All great ones had their teachers. All it's what we know from our text, the ancient text. All great ones had their teachers, gurus. All the sages, saints, incarnations, what we call avatars. Great men, all have had their gurus. However great they might have been. And wonderful examples Swami gives here, Shivananda. Shvetaketu learned the nature of truth from Uddalaka. Maitreyi from Yagnavalkya. Bhrigu from Varuna. Narada from Sanat Kumara. Nachiketa from Yama. Indra from Prajapati. And many more such others humbly went to the gurus, practiced rigorous discipline, and learnt Brahma Vidya from them. And he further tells Lord Krishna, said to be the incarnation of Vishnu, Avatar. He sat at the feet of Sandipini, Guru Sandipini. Another incarnation, Avatara of Vishnu, Rama, had Guru Vashishta. Even all divinities, what we call Devatas, have Brihaspati as their Guru. And even the greatest among the divine beings, they sat at the feet of Guru Dakshinamurti. So one must have a personal Guru first. He cannot have the divinity itself as Guru to begin with. He can have it later. To begin with, he cannot have one of the divinity itself as Guru. He must have a pure mind. He must have he must be intensely virtuous. One should be he means I'm talking about us. We can't have directly God or divinity as our Guru. We must have pure mind. We must have intensely virtuous. We must become above body consciousness. If we have all these things, if we have the pure mind, we must be intensely virtuous and we must become above body consciousness. In such a case, yes, one can have even divinity as Guru. Otherwise, for all of us, we need Guru. Now, in the first video, we spoke about Guru. Now, in the second video, I spoke on whatever Swami Shivananda said, maybe with some of the explanation I given to the original text. The original is from him only. I might have added some explanation to that. And then next will be choosing the Guru. So we know Guru first, then we said what is the need for the Guru we found now. The next is choosing the Guru. We shall see if possible tomorrow itself. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಗುರುಮಂಡಲ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತಿರಸ್ತು ಲೋಕ ಸಮಸ್ತ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು ಸಮಸ್ತ ಸನ್ಮಂಗಳಾನಿ ಭವಂತು ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ. Thank you for your listening to this video. Please send your comments on this. Post your comments. It may help me to improve further. Thanks for supporting my videos also on YouTube. Thank you once again.